Hello everyone and welcome to Freedom Through Confidence. My name is Ben and in this video today we're going to be talking about how to let go of anger towards someone. Now, anger is one of those strange emotions where on the one hand sometimes it can be very destructive, but on the other hand sometimes it can be extremely enjoyable, and when those two kind of cross paths then you start to have problems. So in this video today we're going to be talking about exactly how it is that you can let go of anger towards someone. Now, the first thing that I need to say in this video is that it's perfectly okay to be angry. And I know that's really not what you're supposed to say in an anger management video, but that's where we're going to start off with. Ultimately, anger is just another emotion that you have. It is a part of who you are. At the end of the day, you can't just simply let go of your anger because it's built into all of us. It's built into you. So let's go ahead and write that off as an option straight away. Now, just because anger is a part of you and it's something that everyone goes through doesn't mean that we should be acting out of anger. And in fact, acting from pure anger, not thinking about the consequences of everything, 9 times out of 10 will go very poorly. But at the same time, you can't just lock anger away, which is what my strategy was for many years. I just pushed my anger deep down and hoped that I would never actually have to deal with it. But you have to think of anger like a wild animal. So let's say that you go out and you find a wild animal and you take it home and it bites you. Now, you don't want to give it up because, you love animals and everything. But instead you just, you put it in the basement until it calms down, and you just leave it in there and it comes out and it bites you again, so you put it back in the basement. And what's going to happen is that the more you keep that wild animal in the basement, it's not going to get more tame. In fact, it's going to become more wild, more angry, and more likely to cause you problems in the future. Your anger is exactly the same. You cannot lock it away. It's just going to grow and grow and grow. So how do we actually control our anger, and how do we let go of anger towards other people? Well, the simple fact of the matter is that if you're angry, then you have to accept, first of all, that that is your current emotional state. You are angry at this person for this reason, and no matter what it is, you have to accept that that is the case within your mind right now. You cannot just say, oh, I'm not angry, and it's going to go away. You are at that point angry, and you have to find a way to deal with that. As with everything to do with confidence, acceptance is the key. You have to accept that these are your emotions and that then you have to deal with them. And ultimately, being angry and expressing that in a healthy way is a statement of authenticity, because it's not hiding who you are. If you are angry at someone, and we're going to get to this in just a second, you should not hide that. You should be able to tell that person, I'm angry at you for whatever reason, because that is the best way to let go of anger towards someone, is to actually confront them about it and tell them why you're angry and how their actions contributed to you feeling in that way. Now, it is by no means giving away your responsibility for your emotions to another person, because ultimately another person can't really make you feel anything. It is a decision that comes from within you, whether that is conscious or unconscious. So you can't put all of the responsibility on another person for the way that you feel, because ultimately you are generating that feeling of anger. And when it comes to confronting someone and telling them that they have made you angry, or that you feel angry due to whatever situation or circumstance has arisen, it is so very important that you say everything that you need to say to that person. Because what's going to happen is that if you hold yourself back and you only say the things that will make you feel safe, then you're going to keep on being angry, because you're going to walk away from that situation saying, oh, I should have said this, and I should have said this, and I should have said this. Now, this isn't to say that you should go out of your way to just say everything that pops into your mind when you're angry, but you should say the important things. If, for example, you're angry because your partner didn't do the dishes after you had both agreed that they were going to do the dishes, and you go to him and you say, oh, I'm angry because you didn't do the dishes, but in reality you're angry because you feel disrespected because you both agreed to something, you held up your end of the bargain and he didn't. It's not enough to just say I'm angry because you didn't do the dishes. You have to explain and get all of it off of your chest. Otherwise you're going to build up resentment to that person because you didn't say what needed to be said, and that person is going to be living under a false understanding of how their actions contributed to the way that you're feeling. And I get it that confrontations, especially when they involve quite intense emotions like anger, can be quite scary because the last thing you want to do is to lose control. So the best thing that I like to do in those kinds of situations, it sounds super formal to kind of do it in this way, but genuinely write down the bullet points, write down on a piece of paper exactly the points that you want to cover in the conversation, and do not stop until you have been able to cover each one of those points. The person is either going to accept it or they're not going to accept it, but at the end of the day, if you can say what you need to say, then that is how you let go of anger towards someone. Nothing should be left unsaid. Now, I'm not a person that is all about radical honesty by any means, because I think that's a bridge too far, but if you just hold in what is inside your mind in terms of your thoughts and your emotions, then it's just going to make the situation worse. As I said, being angry and expressing that anger in an emotionally healthy way is a statement of authenticity. It is you accepting who you are, and when you can accept your emotions, when you can express them in a positive and healthy way, you will gain better control over them. And with that, your confidence in yourself will increase, your trust in yourself will increase, and you will be well on your way to becoming a more confident person. So I hope you have enjoyed that video. I hope it all made sense. If it has done, if you found it useful, make sure to leave a like on the video. Make sure that you subscribe to Freedom Through Confidence as well, and let me know in the comment section down below what your thoughts are. But otherwise, thank you very much for watching this video, and I look forward to seeing you in future videos here on this channel very soon.